Hello. Right, today I have got a few more goodies. Mainly tools really today. So if you're not interested in tools, you're probably not gonna want to watch this video. I'll do a quick show. Got a few bits over there and some up there. This blooming tripod is getting stuck again. And just a piece there as well. Now that piece there is a piece of alley. It is mounted to what looks to be some kind of, I'm not really sure, I think it might have been for mounting into a spinning table. But basically it is a very large piece of aluminium and it's perfectly round, and you can see how big it is. And it was just given to me with a spark gap in mind. I also got given a motor which is pretty big, quite fast speed as well. So maybe something will happen with that, don't know. As I say, if you're not really into tools, you probably won't be interested too much in this. Got given a solder pump. Not very particularly handy, never found they work particularly. A Silvac. Now I can't find out too much about these, but the person that gave them to me was a machinist, so I'm presuming they're quite good. They never actually switch off, and they can have, so the battery's supposed to last in it for a year, and then you change the battery when it starts flashing. I'm sure you've all seen digital micrometers, no, digital vernier gauges before. But yeah, supposedly they're supposed to be really good. So that's another thing. Then a small micrometer, which I also got the instruction manual for, which is sort of handy if you don't know how to use one, obviously. But yeah, that should come in handy. Also, I only actually just noticed this. I have here another vernier gauge, but this one has separate bits, so you can move this piece away and give it very fine adjustment, and it also has all those little tips with it that you can add on to the ends here, so you can actually get really precise measurements with those tips. So yeah, that's quite a handy tool to have. As I say, these all come from someone that was actually a machinist, so they should hopefully be quite good. Next up, just a little draper tool set with a T-bar in it, a little extension. That'll always come in handy. That'll come in handy for the missus, because I generally don't use anything for that. I also got this as well, which is a Kamasa tool set, and that has a mini ratchet, mini T-bar, an extension, a bar for putting through the handle for when you want to really give it some, and a shorter extension. But that's a not a 1/4 inch. Can't think what these are called. Yeah, no, these are a 1/4 inch drive. All these are. So yeah, that should be quite handy. That one came. Looks almost like it's new. Not heard of Kamasa. I think they're quite a good make though, so that's always handy. I haven't actually looked through there. Oh, a box of springs, which if you watched Andy's video not so long back, you'll be able to guess what I'm going to be using a couple of those for. What do we have in here? I don't actually know what's in some of these bits. Right, piece of measuring equipment for measuring the inside bore of a piece of tube. Very precise measurements. You can see that. It'll focus up on it. It's for yeah, as I say, measuring the inside of the bore of a piece of tube. I'm not sure I'll really have too much of a use for that, but nice nevertheless, so certainly not going to complain. Don't really know what's in here either. Haven't actually had time to look through, but I said I'd do a video for somebody. Someone asked me to do a video, so I thought I would. And literally I've just been given it. So we've got some, they look like lead clamps there, cable clamps, some copper washers and some little ball joints. No, not much of interest to anyone. Brake pipe fittings, couple of little miniature taps, so that one's a bit stiff. You have to excuse my bunged upness, it's my hay fever. So I've got given that, which is a drill bit sharpener that you use with a bench grinder. I didn't have a bench grinder because I took it apart to make a spark gap, but in actual fact I got given a bench grinder today as well. But the worst thing is I don't really, I mean they were either going to get chucked out if I didn't have them, or you know, it was a matter of either I had them or they got chucked out. So the worst thing about it is I'm never going to use it. I can't use those sort of tools anymore, so it's a bit of a shame. I've got a box of bits here that I literally have no idea what is going on in here. Can't even open the box. Right, so in here we have taps. I'm sure you've seen taps before for making a thread in a hole. More taps, bigger ones this time though. All in all tobacco tins by the looks of things. More taps. Not taps, too light to be taps. More springs. So as you can see, I haven't actually really had any look through here. T-bar, not particularly good one, that's quite new obviously. Right, okay, that is a hole cutting drill bit. Stick that in the drill, move that in and out, and you can have a hole to whatever size you want. Next to be a pair of side cutters, some files. Let's have a look in the boxes, it's always interesting in boxes. Drill bits, very handy. Oh, and something else in there. Not sure what they are. Looks like a pair of tweezers of some description. Right. Some of you might know what these are, some of you might not. They're actually leather cutters. I know that. I don't know how I know that. That's pretty sad that I know that. We've got some needle files, thread files and whatever. They're really small ones, aren't they? Don't know what's in there. Ah, fuses. Always handy. Nuts and bolts. I'm going to go in the nuts and bolts there. Decent pair of side cutters. That's the phone going on. I'm not going to answer it, it would be rude while I'm doing a video. And some more drill bits. So, I think I've got a few more bits down there. Some more very small drill bits. Very small drill bits. Don't know what is in there. It says 79 grams on it. Some even smaller drill bits. Oh, there's loads in there. Loads of very tiny drill bits. And also there, some micro box drill bits. So yeah, I think that's